that thing. There's that kind of tweezer thing.
So now I'm going to line this up to this, and as you can see, my cutting is not that far off from the pattern, but you do see what I mean. All I'm doing is just straightening up the lines, so I don't really want to get rid of much. So I'm going to draw what I need, draw it, and basically straighten it up and cut it. Then I'm going to do the same for the tail, because you saw that I cut it, so I'm going to open it up and just make sure that it's symmetrical, so they're both equal. That's all. So we put the front back on. So we're going to cut the front. I'm going to cut it at the slant. So we've done that. So we're making the front now equal. Bear in mind, I'm not taking off too much fabric each time. I'm just making it symmetrical. So that's the front done. And we do the same to the back. So we're tidying these things up. Actually, that back looks pretty awesome. That's okay. Nothing's wrong with that back. That's nothing to write home about. Look at that. I don't really need to bother. So that's that. So the skirt at the moment, I think it's beautiful without the net. So this is the net I'm going to get ready now to put in at the bottom. And when I put it at the bottom, it's meant to stick out a bit more. But I love the way that it flows like that at the moment. I think it's beautiful without it. But at the top, I'm going to be putting some black sequins around here. So the black at the bottom and the black at the top should look good. But you let me know by the time I put this on YouTube whether you like it without or with. Just let me know. Now the petticoat of the dress is done. So we've got 2 rows of netting. 1, 2. Then we've got the lining. And the lining is so that this doesn't itch you. So that the lining is on the body, which is on the legs, and the net is in between the main fabric of the skirt. So here we have it now. It's done. And now I'm going to put this on the body of the dress. This is the sleeves, and what I have done is I've stitched the lining onto the sleeve. So the sleeve is upside down here, and I've stitched straight across, and then I fold it up like this so the lining is in there. And then what I'm going to do, that's the end result. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch from there down to here, and then I turn it in on itself. There is a sleeve how I've stitched it, and here is the other one where I'm turning it inside out, and there it is, inside out, and that is the sleeves. And it's now ready for me. See, I did it that way so that I didn't have any stitching going around the sleeve. So that's a perfect fit, so when she puts it on, it's just neat. And then what I do is here, underneath the armhole, that's where I stitch it onto the dress, and that's it. And then I'm going to finish it off at the top by putting a border on the top of the dress. There's the back. I think I'm going to have to give this dress to the dry cleaners.
To do what?
To get it ironed. Right, we're at our next step now, and the bone has now been put on the bone has now been put on the lining of the dress. So the lining of the dress now is been taken in to her figure, just like the dress, and now we're going to put that in the dress. So there's the bone. So at this stage now, we're going to get the bone, put the lining into the dress. So that's going to go in the dress in a second. Now there's two ways we can put the lining into the dress. We can just put the lining in the dress, inside the dress, and stitch up round the edge and stitch up round the bottom of the dress, which is inside here. Stitch this up, right? We can do it that way, which is the way I'm going to opt out. Or what you could do is you can do a kind of bagging out technique, whereby you put the the dress together along with the lining facing each other, and stitch all the way round. And when you stitch all the way round, then you bag it out, and then this will be nice and tidy. But the problem is with that is that on some dresses that I've noticed that it rolls over and the lining now show. So that's why I'm going to put the shell, the lining inside the dress, stitch it up, and then I'm going to put it on the yoke, and that's how you're going to see me put the yoke on, the yoke of the dress. So that's the next step we're going to do. So let's move that out of the way, which is the dress. That's the lining. Now here are the patterns. This is my Bondo web. So I'm now going to iron it